Hey everyone, this is Oleum458. I just want to make a quick video about how to even attempt going about this incredibly infuriating trial. For those of you who don't know, episode Ignis came out, which is the third, I believe, fourth and final character episode DLC for this year for Final Fantasy 15. And with it came a pretty good campaign. I kind of liked it. It was alright. Ignis is pretty fun to play, but the boss for this match is pretty difficult. Noctis is by far the hardest boss out of Aranea and Core the Immortal. And after, I don't know, 12, 13 tries, I finally figured out a method that kind of helps alleviate that giant headache. But enough of that, we'll pretty much talk about the quick second. So for the first phase, quote unquote, for this match, what you're going to probably want to do is just pretty much equip your fire spell daggers and just try and do as much damage as you can, because in all honesty, Noctis is fairly dangerous when he has just regular weapons about, because we cannot abuse the actual consistent method of actually dealing damage and preventing damage coming from him. So you pretty much do whatever you can. If you get knocked down, just you use the Ignis counter and then just hope you land an attack, because Noctis is a pretty big fan of blocking just about every single one of your attacks. But pretty much it. So you're going to want to try and get his health down to about 50%, and then once he's forward to his phase 2, where he starts using his royal arms, that's when the real challenge, I guess, begins, we could call it. I don't know.
It's over! Prepare yourself! This can't be. It's over! You're mine! Yeah.
Okay, and it is at actually about this point where we start entering phase 2, where Noctis begins to use his Armor Chain. And for the most part, like you pretty much just saw right here, I personally was not ready for him to use it this quickly. It is just about impossible to dodge it, so we're not going to dodge it. In fact, if you've been noticing, I kind of reserved my use of the tech bar skills for pretty much this reason. We're not using high jump as an offensive maneuver, rather we're using it as an incredibly well-programmed defensive maneuver, because you have a lot of invincibility frames throughout both the startup, the active frames, and the recovery frames. For those of you who know fighting game terms, it's pretty much it. This is like probably the strongest DP in the entire game. So whenever you see Noctis begin to use his Armor Chain, if you have 3 tech bars stored up, use all 3 of them to just save yourself. That is pretty much the only way that I can think of right now that actually helps alleviate the fact that he is using Armor Chain with such an incredibly high accurate move that will pretty much deplete your health bar and get you into danger state, or worse, get you into the kill state. And if you're out of Phoenix Downs, or if he's using the Ring of the Lucii, that could pretty much spell game over for you. And trust me, considering we are at the 8-minute mark for this fight and we barely got him down to the 50% point, no one wants to go through that. So just use high jump as your defensive maneuver. It's pretty much going to be the best bet for that. And it is actually here where we are actually going to start talking about the actual method that we're going to be using to defeat Noctis, quote unquote. So as soon as he's just done doing this Armor Chain, here in a quick second, here's a good showcase of how we're using high jump to actually defend. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is just equip your fire spell daggers. Those are pretty much going to be your best friends because of the way that we can use them. And although I'm not doing it pretty well right here, what you're going to want to do is, depending on whatever weapon he's using, if he's able to guard with it, Noctis will more than likely guard against the first attack that you do. So what the plan actually is to get him to guard, back away by tilting back on the control stick, or sidestep by hitting left or right on there, and evade about 1.5 seconds after he's blocked your attack, and then just continue on with your assault. It is kind of tricky to get the timing down a bit, or it's probably not if you're pretty good with timing. The only problem is the camera will pretty much be your second enemy in this fight and for this method. It's not a perfect way to beat him, it's not the easiest way to cheese him out. I'm pretty sure someone else is going to figure that out, and this video will pretty much be obsolete, but for right now this is a pretty effective method that I found to beat him. And once you see him start blocking, dodge out of the way, attack him. If you get hit on accident, recover if you have to, or just riposte by hitting square at the right time and hitting circle at the right time, and then just try and continue on with the cycle. It's not perfect, I apologize about that, but it works at the very least. Hopefully this kind of helps you out, and that's pretty much it. Another thing though, it doesn't really get shown much in this video, I got really lucky about that, but towards about the 33% mark, maybe 25% mark, Noctis begins to use his Ring of the Lucii. That helps him to try and kill you a lot faster. It's kind of not a good design choice personally for an already tough boss, but you know, Square Enix, they do whatever they can to present you a challenge. So whenever you see them start to cast Doom, do as much damage if you as you can. If you have total clarity, go ahead and use that. Try and use high jump. I've never personally tried to do it. Or if you get attacked and knocked back, time that counter strike perfectly, because that will knock him out. If you see him start to use, I forget that move, it's like that Bloodborne Call to the Beyond move. Total clarity it, do whatever you can, out damage him, get him to block, do whatever you can, because if that move hits you, that is an instant, non-recoverable kill, and you will automatically lose the match. When he casts Doom on you, if you have a Phoenix sound, you can still use it. It's kind of funny too. You can see Ignis just kind of come back from the dead from like being a little twig. It's kind of funny. But you do not want to mess with that Call to the Beyond move that he has. It is infuriating when you make it pretty far and you just get scummed out like that. But pretty much this is the only method I can think of right now. Hopefully this works for you guys. I don't know, hopefully if I get that A+%, I'll try and make a video about that, and this one will be obsolete. But you know, if this helps you out, I'm glad. If it doesn't, I mean, let's try, right? That's pretty much it. I'm gonna let the rest of this fight play out. Got nothing else to say. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.
Prepare yourself! Whoa! It's over! Prepare yourself!
Onward. That satisfied my appetite for knowledge. Yet alas, our king suffers the bitter taste of defeat. Nothing a healthy helping of greens couldn't fix, of course.